Sports Shots catching up with Buckingham Athletic Development Manager Jake Honour after Bank Holiday Monday's home defeat to Southam United. Jake, a tough afternoon for you?
I think ultimately it was a disappointing result, losing 4-1. But I think the first half an hour showed sort of a pre-season hangover. With our game last Friday being cancelled, it has been a while that we hadn't had any football. Whereas these boys played last Tuesday, played Saturday, and they come into here on sort of a good third win in a row. So they sort of picked up a little bit of momentum and had that little bit of extra match sharpness and this, that and the other. Whereas we, I think, lacked in that department, especially for the first half an hour. After that, much improved. I think we were a bit hungrier, we were working a little bit harder. And then maybe that, but with the heat, the tiredness then set in. And it is very hot, and I think they were just a lot fitter than us, which helped them massively. But the second half, I didn't think they were any better than us on today's performance.
Are you happy with the second half performance?
Performance, yes. Result, obviously, we still lost the second half 1-0, but I think that was because we were obviously committing a lot of men more forward, and they just took their opportunity. I think they only had 2 or 3 chances in the second half, and the same in the first half, but they were just clinical with their opportunities they took, and we weren't. So there's obviously a lot to work on in the next sort of few weeks, but going forward it is a massive, seeing how they played or their results against Banbury and then Milton from the division above, who we've got in the cup in a couple of weeks, obviously gives us a good idea of maybe what those two teams are like and what we need to do to get to the next level to challenge at the top.
First game for your squad in the Hellenic League, and 12 minutes you're 2-0 down. Were you beginning to fear the worst?
No, I know what the boys are capable of, and I know that we can react well. Well, we showed that we could react well to going down 2 goals, and that's what I was particularly more pleased about. We didn't let ourselves get overrun as such. Going 2-0 down early could have ended up, and especially with a team of quality players that they had, could have easily been 6 or 7. But the way we changed and adapted the game and the way they adapted on the field was definitely pleasing. But obviously, much more room for improvement.
You mentioned earlier you had a few squad members out today. Bank holiday weekend, always a manager's nightmare. Do you think that would have made any difference?
I don't think so. There was obviously, we had capable replacements come in. We obviously had a couple of players that dropped down from the first team to play that weren't available on Saturday, so they got some minutes for them. So they, in that sense, it was very much ability-wise much more capable replacement. However, obviously with the new players coming down to play for us for a game, they don't necessarily know, or the players aren't as comfortable with one another. So I definitely do think we missed a couple of regular development players.
And what did you say to the squad at the end? You collected them all together on the pitch as you always do. What were your words to them?
Similar what I said to you with the first question about the reaction we'd had to sort of going 2-0 down. It was a poor start, as I said earlier, and they all knew that. They all knew that they weren't up to the task for the first half an hour. But it was about how we managed to improve and our reaction to that negative start.
Well, commiserations on today, and we'll catch up again with you really soon.
Cool, thank you.